The real Florida for us includes a lot of daily routines in the van. We'll share those with you right after this introduction. Just about at the entrance of Dickinson State Park. It's a beautiful park, but today, let me show you, not so pretty. Not always sunshine and palm trees. Lynn and I are not stationary in the van. We love to move around from park to park, so our routine usually includes driving somewhere else. And we know the routine of checking in really well.
We have a campground reservation. Don't come out in the rain.
Okay.
Park and come in.
Come in down
Okay. Okay, we're all set. Heading to our campsite, Dickinson State Park. We're at the River Campground. Lots of concessions here, lots of things to do. The ride into the campground is 4 miles. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
That might be, when this comes out, it's not going to be Valentine's Day. You know that.
I know. What do you want to do special for Valentine's Day?
I think we bought steaks yesterday at Whole Foods, and we're going to grill out steaks tonight.
Oh, all right.
I might even put the tablecloth on the table. Get
Fancy.
Maybe I'll get a candle.
Whoa. We need a citronella candle for sure. That would be
real romantic.
Very useful to have a citronella candle. So we woke up this morning and we're going to go explore this park now, and that's typically what we do. One of the things we're going to talk about in this video are the routines that Lynn and I get in when we're out traveling in our van. In the mornings we get up, and we didn't make a video of us drinking coffee. A lot of people do that, but we're not doing that. We just get up and make coffee, and then we sit around, drink coffee. We go to the restroom, we walk Maggie for once and let her have a little walk around. And then the first day we're in a park, we'll either take our bikes or we will take the van out and we'll go exploring. Like today, we're going to go exploring to see what all's available here in this park.
The reason too why we're taking the van today instead of walking or riding our bikes, which is what we usually do, is because we need to find the dump station since we've been boondocking for a while.
Oh yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah, we've got a dump. And the other reason is this is an extremely large Florida state park. The ride in was almost 4 miles to get to the campsite, and everything's kind of sprawled along all over the edges of that. So that's what we're doing today. It's going to be a fun day. It's how we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day. You're going to see this many weeks after Valentine's Day, but Lynn and I hope that it was a very romantic and happy and peaceful day for you, just like it's going to be for us. So we thought everything was really spread out, but apparently the road to get into the major area is a long ways from the primary road, but everything seems to be pretty centrally located once we get here. We're now going to drive over to the other campground to see if we can find a dump station. We made it here to the dump station, and we'll pull in and wait on this guy to do his business. So remember yesterday, or the last video I put out, we had a little part about don't be a jerk and park right next to someone else whenever you've got all this room. There's also the thing about it, if there's one dump station, don't be a jerk and sit there and flush your black tanks for 30 minutes while someone's sitting there waiting on you. We decided we'd go ahead and do our Walmart run and then come back and see if that jerk that was in front of us actually finished before we get back. I'm kind of thinking he may still be trying to flush out his black tanks by the time we get back. That was... Can you tell I'm pretty frustrated? That was frustrating. Don't be a jerk like that guy, okay? But enough about being a jerk. Mama peeled some oranges. I'm back to being happy again.
Doesn't take much, huh?
Well, the black tank still wasn't emptied, but I found a way to sneak out and get some roses for my sweetheart on Valentine's Day. We sat around for a bit and then went for a bike ride to explore the park. So this information center is extremely informative, educational, pretty awesome. That was a good visit. Got to walk around in the air conditioning. They had free Wi-Fi.
I have to use that later. I guess hands-on, a lot of kid stuff. You could do scavenger hunts and a lot of little information about.
A lot of history.
A lot of history about who John Dickinson is. You know who he is?
No, do you?
No. We didn't read that part, did we?
I didn't see that.
We should. There's a book about it. We go buy the book.
Yeah,
We need to check
here we
that
are
out.
trying to tell you guys what to look at, and we don't even know who the park is named after.
I was looking at the flowers and the animals and the birds.
I was looking at the snakes.
And then there was that guy, that trapper guy that lived here. I think he's the one that owned all this land and they
I know
preserved
that
it.
it used to be part of the government or U.S. to make the first radar facility, to build the first radar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had a.
The road ahead, it twists and turns, and the sun beats down and it burns. But I keep on pushing through. And every step quicker than the last, my feet tread down this beaten path, and I keep on pushing through.
A lot of the rides that we go on the bike end up with a place that you can walk to see something that's, let's just say, interesting. Hopefully this is.
As I get up, and I may fall right back down, but your love lifts me back to solid ground. Yeah, I get up, and I may fall right back down, but your love lifts me back to solid ground.
It started raining, so we had to move our Valentine's party here to the under the awning. This is dinner tonight, Valentine's style for van trekking lifestyle.
I love you, sweetie.
I love you too. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
baby.
Valentine's Day.
Well, look at that.
It's open.
Looks like it's open. And I can pull through.
I'm going to time you this time to see how long it takes you.
Okay. All right.
I'll start it when you step out the door. You're parked just right. That's half of it. It's just getting parked just right. So you only have to use that one hose.
Yeah, if I can just use the main hose. All right, you gonna time it?
Okay. Okay, Siri. Hey, Siri. Start a timer.
Okay, I finished. How long was that?
4 minutes and 15 seconds.
4 minutes and 15 seconds. Spray my hands off. Maggie, get ready. That wasn't nice at all.
Alright, your time is 5 minutes and 56 seconds.
So less than 6 minutes to do everything and get back in the van and be ready to go. 4 minutes and 15 seconds though until the hoses were back in the van. So.
Yeah.
Riding off into the sunset. Sweetheart with a sweetheart. Here's the view from the dump station. See, it's worth it. That's a good view to take your wife to see right there at the dump station.
You like dump station views, don't you?
Man, yeah, that one I had at the beach was really good too, but that one with the sunset's pretty good. You can't beat these really nice dump stations, except for when they're full. Yeah, whenever they're full and you can't use them.
Or when there's someone else there.
Or somebody's there, like, washing out every tank for like an hour or so, filling up the whole dump station. But, hey. Alrighty, we're going to ride over here and see if we can climb up the observation tower to watch the sunset.
Okay, so some of you might want to know how he dumps so fast, so I think he should explain it to you. It's not one of my jobs, and I am really glad of it, but I think he should explain how he dumps so fast.
Well, the first thing is I have a 10-foot hose that fits inside the sewer hose compartment outside. And the trick is to get the nose, the rear end of the van within 8 to 9 feet of the receptacle for the brown water. And if you do that, it's not that difficult. It's just go get it close, put the elbow on, pull the black tank first.
Where's your elbow at?
I keep it in a bag. It's right here, you dingbat. It's in a brown bag. It's in the back, in a waterproof bag in the back of the.
So you have to put the elbow on.
So I have to put the elbow on because it won't fit in the little chute thing over here with the elbow on.
Okay.
So I go do that, put that on, and then I go pull the black tank first, and lift it up, make sure everything's out. Close the black tank valve, and then pull the gray tank valve. Let that get all the way finished, and lift it up and get everything that's excess out. And then usually a dump station will have a rinse out hose. You take the rinse out hose.
Did you do that tonight with the 4 minutes?
With 4 minutes and 45 seconds we rinsed it out. And then I rinsed off the pad just in case anything got on that. And that was all she wrote. So that's how I do it.
That's awesome.
That's probably not my record, but that's a pretty good time to beat right there. 4 minutes and 45 seconds is a pretty good time. We're going to go see if we can get up Hobie Mountain Observation Tower, which is the biggest, the tallest point in South Florida.
This mountain is the highest natural point south of Lake Okeechobee, rising 86 feet above sea level on ancient sand dunes. And I got to hurry. I'm getting left behind here. That's the setting sun over there. You can hear all the noise because there's a bunch of people here. You can see the different plant life. Highest point south of Lake Okeechobee. And off in the distance, for us, better known as the van. I'm getting the van back together.
The prettiest part of the sunset is after the sun goes down. Tonight the sky's really pink.
When you live life in a van, the time you spend together is precious. But that doesn't mean we don't have daily chores and routines. In fact, it's those chores that give us a sense of peace and sanity in our van. Whether it's making coffee, making the beds, driving to the next location, or dumping the tanks, planning our next few days, walking Maggie, or watching another beautiful sunset. Each plays an important part of life together in our van. You see, routines in a small space are really important. Without them, life is full of haphazard occurrences and sometimes chaos. And chaos in such a small space causes stress and anxiety. We try to steer our van and our lives together away from both of those. Isn't that why we chose life in a small camper van anyway? And the most important routine, we laugh. Not the LOL kind of laugh, but the old-fashioned laughing about the small, crazy things in our lives that we're blessed to live together.
Routine. So this morning we were talking about the routines that Lynn and I go through, and the routines that we have while we're camping. And that's one of them. When you live in your house and you roll around in your house, you have a black tank, and you have to empty that black tank quite a bit. And for us, it's not difficult to do, but it is something that we had to plan for a lot. And so that's what we've done today, and that's just part of the routine. Even when we're at a full hookup site, we very rarely, well, I can't even say very rarely. When we're at a full hookup site, we don't hook up the sewer hose. What I just did is our routine. We will go to a dump station because I can pull right over it like that and complete the whole process so quickly. So that's all part of it. It's just one of the things that we do, and it's all part of living in your camper van like this. It's not very hard for you, is it?
No, it's one of the chores that's not hard for me at all. But I do kind of try to help you.
You do. She gets the hand wipes ready.
Yeah. But I did other stuff while you were doing that.
You did. I'm not saying we share the chores that are part of living in the van as equally as we can. Sometimes there's some days when she does more than I do, and there's some days that I do close to the same amount that she does. And then there are days when I'll drive forever and she doesn't. But
there's some days
it all equals out, you know.
You do the pooper and I don't.
Yep.
And I'm glad.
That's one that you should be glad.
I am very glad.
Yeah.
Very appreciative of that.
So that's one of the routines. The routine we're going to do now is we're going to go back and set up again and connect up the electricity, and we'll...
So what's that routine? Who does what there?
I have to back up. I have to do all the leveling and everything that we do there. And put the blocks down, lock all the tires. No, we don't do any of that.
Yeah.
And then just connect up the electricity. That routine is just to connect the power surge protector to the box. Make sure the power is safe and good, and then connect that to the van.
And then while he's doing that, I'll turn the chairs around and put the shades up.
And Maggie will, I don't know what Maggie will do. She'll sit around and wait on her night walk here pretty soon.
I thought that we did her night walk.
Did we?
Did we turn off that bug thing?
I did.
Okay.
So this is going to be a little tricky here because we have the chairs and we have all the tables and everything else, so I've got to miss all that as
all
I back
the
up.
tables. It's just
I got
one
the
table and 2 chairs and a rug.
Okay. Right now we have 2 chairs and a
I can't
rug.
see. Can we get Maggie
No,
down?
I'm okay.
You
If I
always
hit
say
one-
that, and then you always
If I
say,
hit one,
how am I doing? It looks like you're getting it.
I know. If I hit one of them though, we won't have a table. We'll just have no table. That makes sense.
Yeah.
How am I doing?
Okay, good.
Good?
Good.
Bob's your uncle?
I don't know about Bob, but have you ever had an uncle named Bob?
Yeah?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Alrighty, we're out of here.